So we haven't done a Q&A video in a while. We asked you guys if you had any questions, and man, do you. So I took them and I printed them on pieces of paper, and we have 10 pages of questions. So we're gonna take 2 pages tonight, and then we're gonna answer the rest in another video, but your questions will get answered.
Yeah, we're gonna take it slow.
Well, we don't want to be here for 2 hours. Y'all would get bored.
Yeah.
So we're gonna, you know, do it in little clips, but we're gonna make it fun. All right, so Jason, you want to go first? You want me to go first?
So. This question is for Vonda Marshall. Have you ever been to Mr. Sancho's? And if so, how was it? How far in advance should you reserve it? Elisa does most of the booking, so I'm going to let her answer this question.
Okay, you should try and book it as far in advance as you can, but at least I'd say a month in advance. We have not been to Mr. Sancho's yet, but we've done some research, and it looks like a really cool place, and we're more than likely going to go there in April on our cruise.
Yeah, you know, it's a typical all-inclusive resort with the big swimming pools and the swim-up bars. You know, you really can't go wrong. We've seen a lot of good things about it, heard a lot of good things about it. We haven't heard much negative about it at all, so we're probably going to check it out. I mean, I'd feel safe to say that it looks pretty good from what we can tell.
Absolutely.
That's the best we can answer that question.
Yeah, and the price looks really good, too, for what you get out of it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, for you all-inclusive resort people, dwellers, it looks pretty awesome.
Yep. All right, our next question is from Reed James. Where would you like to visit? Oh God, there's so many places. One place that we really want to go, that we're actually going to go this year, is Alaska.
Yeah.
So we've been talking about an Alaskan cruise.
That's hard to top for us.
Yeah.
Just because it's so different from what we've done. You know, that's definitely what we're looking forward to.
Yeah. That's a good
for
one.
Sure. Yep. Okay, this question is from Don Ashley. Have y'all ever been nervous on an excursion, and what happened? What was the little boats in Mexico?
The Twister boat.
The Twister boat. I was nervous only because my boys were going to be strapped in with us, and she was going to be strapped in with us. And I was nervous because you just never know. Anything can go wrong, operator error. And I just had all these negative thoughts about the thing flipping over, you know. And, you know, so I really was nervous about that one with us getting in there. And, man, when we started flying off in that thing, got up to about 60 miles an hour, and he took that first turn. And, man, that freaked me out a little bit. After the first 2 or 3 out of, you know, once we got settled in, it was pretty cool, but that one made me nervous, man, because I was just hoping that nothing bad would happen, you know?
Yeah.
But
that was a lot. It ended up being a lot of fun, though.
Oh, it was super fun.
Yeah.
But I was just nervous because I was just thinking about the bad things that could happen, which shouldn't do that. But I was on that particular occasion.
Yeah, other than that, I mean, it's all of our, we do a lot of research before we book excursions, so we know what we're doing, we know what we're getting into, so yeah, we've been good.
I've seen those twister boats my whole life, and we've always thought they were fun.
Yeah.
But when you find yourself actually getting on one, that's when the nerves kind of kicked in. It's like, okay, this is for real, this is about to happen.
Yeah, because they go fast, and they spin.
We're just like, please don't flip us over, please don't flip us over, please don't flip us over. But I was holding on white knuckle tight, y'all. For real, I was like a little scared, just a little, but I loosened up after, you know, a little while.
After a couple of spins.
Yeah.
Okay, Carrie Smith Randall asks, what is your biggest cruise mistake? Not starting earlier. I mean, we didn't start cruising until what, about 6 years ago? And I think that's our biggest mistake, is not starting earlier. Because once we did it for the first time, we absolutely loved it, and we wish we would have started cruising many years before.
Yeah. And the first time we ever cruised, I'm standing in line waiting to get checked in, and they go, sir, can I have your driver's license? And I looked at it, and it was expired. That was a big mistake.
Only by a couple of days.
It was it was like a couple days.
He just had his
past.
birthday.
Yeah. And so double check. You know, now I'm used to it. I know better. But, you know, the very first time, we got a free pass on that one. They let us through because we had all the other documentation that we needed. And they let us through. But, man, that was a big mistake.
Okay, Ruby Stokes Carr asks, do you think you will be a full-time travel agent? Maybe one day, but as of right now, I really like what I do. I work in insurance. I've been doing this for 16 years. I really like what I do. I also love being a travel agent. So, and there are times where it is hard to balance the workload because sometimes it gets really, really busy, but I love both. So maybe one day, but for right now, yeah, I'm going to keep my day job too. It's too good to me. It really is.
All right, this question is from Amy Davis. We are going to Montego Bay, Jamaica in April on the Dream. That's a good ship. And what do you think of Doctor's Cave Beach? Is it a safe place and easy to get taxi? Doctor's Cave Beach is absolutely gorgeous.
It is.
You're going to have some hassle. You're going to get hustled. It's a lot of hustle over there. They're gonna nickel and dime you to death. They're gonna, charge you for the seat, charge you for snorkel gear. They're gonna want to sell you bracelets. I mean, that's to be expected, but we found it to be very intense on Doctor's Cave Beach.
Yeah.
I hate to tell you that.
Yeah.
But I'd be lying to you if I told you different, and I'm not gonna do that. So, it's beautiful. If you could just my advice to you would be ignore them, ignore, and just do your thing. You're gonna need to, I believe we had to, if you want a seat, you're gonna have to buy the seat.
Right. It's one entry fee to get onto the beach, and then if you want chairs and an umbrella, it's an extra fee.
Snorkel gear, everything is an extra fee.
Yeah.
It's just, and they hassle you about it. We just walked on the beach and just walked around, and we walked in the ocean and we swam and
they do have some inflatables.
And we have some inflatables, and it was nice. But we left because the hassle was too strong, and then we ended up walking up the street to Margaritaville. And if you do what we did and end up getting out of there, go up the street. I forget the name of the street. But you'll figure it out when you're there, and go to the Margaritaville. It's one of the nicest Margaritavilles we've ever been to. It's got a water slide. All the kids can go in the water slide, and it's got a big drop off the water slide into the sea. It's got a whole bunch of jumpers and stuff for the kids. That was fun.
Yeah, and there's no charge for that stuff as long as you buy drinks or food.
As long as you eat there or something, buy something there. But I'd recommend that. We had a ball there, and the kids were like, I want to do that again, They didn't even worried about Doctor's Cave Beach. They liked that Margaritaville, But that was a cool, super cool Margaritaville.
Yeah, and they're in walking distance from each other.
They're in walking distance. Dr. Cave and Margaritaville, very, very close. And you get a nice little view of the city and the streets and the shops along the way. I would recommend taking that walk. And it's safe.
Yeah, it's very safe. We felt hassled by the locals, but we never felt unsafe.
Yeah, never felt unsafe. They're going to try to sell you some ganja. And
yes,
just things along the way, but they're harmless. And yeah, it's easy to get a taxi over there.
Yeah, there's taxis everywhere.
Yeah, we had a taxi there, and then we got the card, the guy's number. His name was Rupert, and I still remember his name. And I told him whenever we got done with the Margaritaville, we called him and we walked outside, and he pulled right up, took us right on back.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, so this next question is from Ashton Seidel. Sorry if I said that wrong. What cruise do you look forward to the most in the next year? So we've got 2 cruises booked so far for 2019. We're going on the Carnival Vista in April, and we're going on the Norwegian Bliss to Alaska. We're most looking forward to that one.
Yeah, Norwegian Bliss, Alaska.
Yeah. Alaska's been a bucket list for us.
We're looking forward to the Vista because that's a new ship. So, we're totally looking forward to that too. But, man, Alaska, that's new.
Yeah.
Bliss, that's a new ship. So
the itinerary, we've never been to Alaska. The itinerary that we're taking on the Vista we've been there.
Yeah. So definitely Alaska.
Yeah, we're really stoked about that one.
Yeah. That's going to be a hop, skip, and a jump to get there because we got to fly to Seattle and, then board the ship and all that stuff. So it's going to be... I don't know if we're going to like that part, but it's going to be quite the adventure. We're used to it being very simple, just driving down to the ports and hopping on the ship. So this one's going to be a lot more to do to get to the ship. So that ought to be interesting to see how that goes. I'm not a big fan of all that, hustle and bustle. But
just get me there, huh?
But yeah, I just want to get there. But it'll be interesting to see.
Yep.
Okay, Lexi, LL Jet Thomas. I like it. This is a question she has. Does Norwegian have better alcoholic drinks than Carnival? I'd say no. I drink a lot of times like whiskey and stuff like that. So I mean, that's going to be the same in every ship, obviously. But I don't drink a whole lot of the mixed drinks. She does, so I can't really answer that question. I stick to beer and whiskey, things of that nature. As
far as the mixed drinks go, they're equal. I had really good mixed drinks on Carnival, and I had really good mixed drinks on Norwegian. So, I mean, they're going to make sure you're happy with your drinks. I don't think I had a bad drink, and if it was just more of a preference thing.
Did you notice where any of the drinks were stronger? Like, were they stronger on the Norwegian than
Not necessarily
Carnival?
that. It's going to depend on the bar and the bartender. Because like on Carnival, we noticed that the drinks at the Alchemy Bar are stronger than poolside.
Tip: be friendly with your bartender.
Yes.
Get them to like you.
They give you extra pours.
They will take care of you. Trust me.
Yes.
I'm good at this kind of thing.
Yeah, we found one bartender on Norwegian, and we ended up accidentally following him around the ship on the breakaway.
Yeah, he kept moving to the same bars we were already at. That was on our bar crawl days.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. So
okay, my turn. Mm-hmm. Okay, Melissa Fierro. Please, I'd like to know where to go and see the best Mayan ruins in Cozumel, Belize, and Costa Maya. We have never done Mayan ruins. It's something we've talked about, and I've done some research, and from my research, Belize is the best place to see the Mayan ruins. You're going to have to go a little bit further to see them, I think, because you're almost going to Guatemala. So it's like an 1.5 to 2 hour bus ride to get there, but as far as the quality of the Mayan ruins, they're better in Belize, from what I've researched.
Go and check them out and let us know, because that's why we don't do it, and that's mainly my fault, because they're so far inland, and like I said earlier, I just don't care for all the hustle and bustle. Mm-hmm. And so we don't go to the Mayan ruins much.
Maybe one day I can talk him into it.
Well, maybe one day she can talk me into it, but I doubt it.
Your turn.
Okay. All right, this question is from Brooke Webb. What's your favorite part about cruising? Well, cruising.
Yeah.
My favorite part, to sum it up, is hearing that ocean, hearing that ship cut through that ocean.
What sound does it make?
And then and the beauty, just looking out into that blue horizon and seeing the sun rises and the sun sets. I love the smells, I love everything about it. That's the essence of cruising to me. That is the number one thing. And then number two is the actual ships.
Yeah.
Exploring the ships and all the entertainment that's on the ship, and just the buzz and the atmosphere is just exhilarating. I love it.
There's two types of cruisers. There's one that's going for the ports and one that's going for the ship and the
ports are a bonus
experience.
For me. I'll be honest.
We're the same. Whenever we pick out a cruise, we choose the ship, not the itinerary.
Yeah.
So, like, for instance, we're going on the Vista this time. We're going to the same 3 ports that we've gone to the last 3 years. But we don't care, because it's a new ship. You spend more time on the ship than you do in the ports.
Yeah.
And we can do a different excursion in those ports.
Exactly.
So we go for
preference. That's
cruising.
our preference. Yeah, we like the ships. We want to check out all the ships but yeah, the sun and the
and the
water
wind and the water
and the wind and the hearing the ocean.
Making what sound? I love that.
Yeah,
that sound.
Yeah.
Okay, Lindsay White, out of all the ports you have scheduled for your Alaskan cruise, which are you most looking forward to? Glacier Bay, because it's the boy's 16th birthday, doesn't count. The one with the train ride, and I'm sorry for not knowing which one that is now.
I think it's God, Skagway.
Terrible.
Is it Skagway or Ketchikan?
It's one of them.
Who cares? We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there, and then we'll figure out which place has the train.
Yeah.
I mean, we do a lot of research, but
Well, that cruise is 9 months out, so
it's ways away. We really haven't put the muscle behind it yet, but
my research cap is not fully secured to my head for the Alaskan cruise yet. We're looking forward to all of them. Just everything that we've seen about Alaska is beautiful and breathtaking.
Yeah.
So we're looking forward to all the ports. We're looking forward to Glacier Bay for the boys' birthday, but just to see that glacier, because that's pretty incredible.
Yeah. I'm it's just want to see. I don't really care. I mean, to be honest with you, I don't care. We've never seen mountains like that, really.
No.
I mean,
if you guys have suggestions of excursions that we need to do, if you've been to Alaska and know something awesome to do, let us know, because we haven't booked any excursions yet. I know we want to do the train ride, but beyond that,
the way I look at it is flying to Seattle, getting on the Bliss, and getting to Alaska is quite the excursion for me.
Right.
That's how I look at it.
Everything else is a bonus.
Everything else is a bonus. I'm not even going to worry about it.
Your turn.
Okay. All right, next up is Susan O'Connor. Are you going on the new Carnival Ships Panorama Radiance?
Yes and no. We're going on the Panorama, not the Radiance. At least we don't have anything booked on the Radiance yet. But
We're going on the Panorama?
Yes.
When?
January 2020.
Oh, cool.
He knew that.
Oh, I did.
Yes, you did.
She's been holding out on me. She's been booking stuff behind my back.
I posted it on Facebook the other day.
Oh, well, I guess that one went right over my head. Just told on myself, didn't I? Dang.
No, but we're going on the We're going on the Panorama January 4th, 2020. So we're just past the 1 year mark on that one.
All right, that's awesome, man.
That'll be our first Mexican
2020.
Riviera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're booking out. It's better to book out than book in, huh?
Okay, the next question is from Nancy Black. How many cruises are you planning so far this year? What are you most looking forward to? Okay, so we just answered this one. We've got 2 cruises this year. Most looking forward to Alaska.
I agree with what she said.
You concur?
Totally.
Okay.
Totally, man. All right. Amanda Morgan. We would like recommendations for Isla, Rotan, and Belize for our upcoming cruise. We are trying really hard to find something similar to Mr. Sancho's, but in Honduras and Belize. Cozumel is taken care of with Mr. Sancho's. Well, that's cool. Congratulations on Mr. Sancho's. You probably are going to enjoy that. Let us know how that is, because like we said earlier, we haven't been, but we've heard it was good. We know you're going to have a good time.
Yeah. If you're looking for all-inclusives, I have never done any research on Belize for all-inclusives.
No.
Little French Key is my recommendation for Rotan.
That looks awesome.
Yeah.
We almost did it.
Yeah.
Almost did it.
And we only didn't because we already had 2 other excursions booked, and we just decided to take that as a lazy day.
That's on our list, though.
It is. Little French Key looks incredible. We're going back to Roatan in April, so there's a good chance we're going to land at Little French Key this
look
year.
into that. Little French Key. There's Little French Key, and then there's
Big French Key. Little French Key is the good place.
We didn't really look at Big French Key. It might be cool too, but check into Little French Key. It is a charming little place. It's privately owned. Mm-hmm. A nice little family owns it. They take care of it. The whole family. The kids run the farm on it and everything. It's really neat. Check it out.
Yeah. If you're looking for something outside of an all-inclusive in Belize, the 2 excursions that we've done there that both were phenomenal was we went snorkeling at Goff's Key, which Belize has the 2nd largest barrier reef in the world, second to the Great Barrier Reef in Australia. Right. And then they've got awesome zip lining and cave tubing. And cave tubing is something you can't do very many places, and you can do it in Belize. So either one of those were really fantastic.
They were great, absolutely. Some of the best snorkeling I've done. There in Jamaica, I had some great snorkeling, but that was one of the best. And it's a nice place. It's small. Goff's Key is very small.
It's very small.
And some of the beach is a little shelly. You know what I mean? A little rocky, shelly. But it is like you think of paradise. It's like this little small dot with a few palm trees, and it's got a little hut on it where they cook food.
Yeah.
And it's gorgeous. I think they drop you off and you snorkel. It's all guided, and they take you back. It's beautiful.
Yep, it's absolutely beautiful. It's
well,
not
I
an
hope they take you back. They're
all-inclusive.
not going to leave you there.
It's not an all-inclusive, but they do have food on the island, and they do have drinks on the island. You just pay for everything.
Everything you need. Yep.
Rocky Campbell, talk about the faster the fun. Where do you go to get on anywhere special? Okay, I'm not sure I completely understand this one, but Faster the Fun is a program that only Carnival has, and what you're doing is you're paying for a spot that's equivalent to someone who's platinum status with Carnival. So you're going to get priority boarding, priority embarkation, priority debarkation, priority tender. You can use the shorter special line at guest services.
We've heard it was very much worth it.
Yeah, it's going to be a flat rate per cabin, not per person.
Yeah.
They do limited per sailing, and there is no magic way to get this. You just have to be in the right place at the right time, open, looking at excursions for your cruise. It's going to be, that's how you find it too. You go to Excursions for your cruise, and it's going to be at your home at the sail port. So if you're cruising out of Galveston, you're going to go to Excursions, Galveston, and it'll say Faster to the Fun. And if it's available, there will be a price, or it'll say sold out. That's how you get it.
Oh, pretty cool. Good job, honey. Way to go. High five me. All right. She hit me. This question is from Slinky Engelking, I think, right?
Hope we said that right.
All right. So I know y'all have been on the Carnival Dream. We are planning a New Year's Eve, December 28th, 2019, January 2nd, 2020 cruise with my family on the Dream from Galveston. Awkward as it sounds, we need to bunk my single older sister with us. So we have decided to get a suite for the first time ever to accommodate 3 adults. My oldest sister will be bunking on the sofa, which brings me to my question. How comfortable are the sofa couch on the Dream? Should we be worried? Should I bring like a twin bed topper? Is it comfortable enough for my sister, basically? What do you suggest? Any tips for the Dream?
Yes, they are very comfortable. They make into what's equivalent to a twin bed. Cameron and Colby both slept on one of these when we were on the Breeze, and the Breeze is a sister ship to the Dream. I did lay down on it just to test it out. It's very comfortable. Don't worry about it at all. She'll be fine.
She's going to be so worn out. It don't matter what she sleeps on.
It's New Year's. She's going to be partying.
That's going to be plenty comfortable for her, because when she hits that bed, she's going to be tired. She's going to sleep. So I don't think you're even going to have to worry about that, man. But that's a good question. I mean, I've jumped on them before. I've never really slept in one, but they seem comfortable.
Yeah, they were comfortable. I know, like I said, I didn't sleep on it, but I did lay down for a bit, and it was just as comfortable as the beds.
Yeah.
This next question is from Brian Selvage. I'd like to know if I'm the unofficially official EECC Travels assistant while you're gone. LOL.
No. You're not cool enough, man. Of course.
Yes. Thank you, Brian, for doing the shout outs while we've been gone on our cruises. We really do appreciate it. Thank you.
Brian's been a big help for us, and he's been a good buddy so far. So keep up the good work, man.
Thank you.
All right, this question is from Dave Reed, Super Dave. What cruise trip had the worst weather / rough seas? That's easy. Y'all probably already know this. Well, no, you don't. Disney Wonder. That was our first winter cruise.
Yep.
And as the captain said, that's winter cruising, folks.
Yep.
Sometimes you don't get to actually go to port.
Yeah. Sometimes you get there and you see the island and you can almost touch the island and it's right there and your ship can't
Castaway
get
Key,
in.
come to me. Oh.
Come back.
And then he's like, psych!
I know.
Nope, sorry.
Yeah, y'all haven't seen these videos yet.
You're going to see it. It's ridiculous.
The Disney Wonder videos will come out after the Norwegian Breakaway videos are finished, but we literally went to Castaway Key. We were backing the ship in. We passed the buoys. We're like, yay, we made it!
We tried it once at like 8.
Yeah.
It was too windy. What happened was a generator went down on one of the engines, and we had half the power. Well, we were against the seas trying to fit our ship in between the buoys to dock at Castaway Cay, and the seas was just more powerful than the ship was. We just couldn't do it. So, and it's very shallow and very rocky, and it's a tight spot. So he said, no, we're gonna come back at about 10 o'clock, so a couple hours passed. We're gonna do a second attempt. We did, it failed. Phew, that was it, y'all.
And we were out.
We got all the footage of this now. So.
Oh yeah. You see our disappointed little faces because we didn't get to go.
And it didn't help that everybody that's been on the Disney ships before and been to Castaway Cay 100 times are like, oh man, it's so awesome. It's the best thing ever.
It's the reason you go to Disney cruises.
We're like, oh well, too bad we don't know.
Yeah, well, and overall the weather was extremely windy on this cruise. So we did feel a good bit of the ship rocking.
Yeah.
Nobody ever got sick or anything like that, but we did feel motion.
He said this is par for the course. This happens all the time in winter cruising. He says it's very windy and it's very choppy during the winter. That's just normal. And that was not normal for us.
Second week of December. So by the way, that's when it was. The second week of December is winter in the Caribbean.
Yeah, that's right. But anyway.
Okay. Tara Hook, which is better? We will be in Galveston. Book parking and hotel separate, or stay at the park stay in park hotels. I will be honest, we have never actually stayed in Galveston. We live close enough to where we just drive in the morning of and get on the ship. So we just book parking ourselves. From my understanding, if you can get one of those stay in park hotels, do it. But they book up extremely fast and there's a limited quantity. So if you're going to book a hotel, and a lot of people do is actually stay outside of Galveston, because Galveston's very expensive to stay on the island. So what a lot of people do is get a hotel right outside of Galveston and then just park in Galveston. So I think dollar-wise, you're going to come off better that way.
Yeah.
And our recommended parking is Lighthouse parking. That's where we've always parked. You can get covered parking at Lighthouse for less than uncovered parking at the port.
I like it. It's nice.
Yeah.
And you never have to wait for a shuttle.
Nope.
I mean, you pull in, you park, you get your stuff, you put it at the rear of your vehicle, and there's a lot of room, you're just not tight, and they show up, they pick you up, take you right to the ship. We've had we've done that 2 or 3 times.
Many times.
Many times. All right, this next question is from Melody Martin. This is going to be my last question.
It's the last question.
It's the last question.
For this video.
All right, Melody. Drum roll, please. No. Which dining time is better, anytime or your time?
Us personally, we like early dining.
Yeah.
We've been forced to do late dining, and that is torture for us because we don't eat at 9 p.m. It says 8:15. By the time you get your food, it's 9 p.m. We don't eat that late, so that doesn't work for us.
It's torture.
It's torture. We've done the anytime dining, but we end up eating at 6 o'clock every night, so it's just better. And this is going to be a personal preference.
Yeah, it's a total preference.
Yeah.
And what you're used to, we eat too early for most people.
Yeah.
I mean, but we also know a lot of people that eat the same time we do, you know. I mean, that's all preference. But I like the early dining. If you do your time, you just go whenever you feel like you're hungry. You can't go wrong with that. I don't think many people really wait too much for that.
No. I know the time that we did, we've only done the your time or anytime dining once, and we never had to wait. It was just a walk up, how many's in your party, and they
I mean, here's what I say, you know. If you're not really sure what you want to do, just do anytime.
Right. If it's your first cruise and you don't know when you're going to feel comfortable eating, go with the anytime dining.
How about when you get hungry?
Exactly. But if you're like us, and like we traditionally eat dinner at 5:30, 6 o'clock. That's our normal dining time.
We automatically know. It's automatic for us. We're hungry at that time. We already know. But you know, on a cruise ship, some things are subject to change because you eat all day. You might not be hungry at 6 o'clock because you've been chowing down on some guys' hamburgers and kicking back the Mai Tais all day. I'm just saying, there's a lot of variables on a cruise ship.
Yeah. On the flip side of that, when we had late dining, we were having to go get a snack.
That was the flip side for us.
To hold us over.
Because it was 8
8:15 is when you sit down.
We were looking at each other like, oh.
I know.
Like our faces were like dragging on the floor.
And when you eat that late, it's almost like, okay, where's my bed? I'm done.
Yeah.
Count me out for the night. So, all right, so that's all we've got for this video. There are lots more questions, so we will record another video soon and get this out. Thank you for all your questions.
Yep.
We love this interaction. We
Thanks
love
a
to
lot.
answer your questions.
Yeah.
So
They're
always
fun
ask.
to do.
And all of these questions came from Facebook. So if you're not following us on Facebook, follow us on EECC Travels, or join our Facebook group, which is EECC Travels Community, because I asked the question both places, and that's where all these questions are coming from. So see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.